Hello ladies, good evening. I am going to wrap up the 14-day meditation challenge. So there have been videos from Rachel and Sue and Elise, all with quite different takes and different techniques for meditation. And also you had a little video from me about meditative states and thinking about it in a completely different way. I'm not a sitter and a meditator, as I'm always very sort of honest about, but I can achieve meditative states by doing activities through movement, so I can achieve that without any problem at all. I can clear my mind. So I just wanted to wrap up with a lovely little technique that I really want everybody to have a go at and make it a habit and sort of remember at different points during the day and just give it a go. It sounds so simple, you just think, oh, that won't work, but oh my God, it really does. So I want to talk to you about the art of doing one thing at a time. It's so good for practicing being in the moment. So we talk a lot when we talk about habit, addiction, alcohol, drugs, all the food, lots of different things. Everybody always says, oh yeah, one day at a time, try and focus and be in the present. And like, if you can't do that, you're like, what are they talking about and how do I do that? Well, this is like one of the easiest ways to do this. So one thing at a time, really good if you struggle with anxiety. Anxiety is fear of the future, so it brings you into the now. Great for grounding, brilliant for overwhelm, and just a great practice for being in the present. So it's this simple. Right, throughout your day, you can pick a number of different things. So it could be when you're pouring yourself a glass of water, it could be when you're walking, it could be when you're eating food, it could be when you're driving, it could be when you're listening to someone, playing with children, swimming, running. It's anything, absolutely anything. So take the water. So what I want you to do, if you can't say it out loud, because people might laugh at you if you're in the family home. If anybody's got children like I've got, they just take the mickey out of me constantly if I do different things. So take having a glass of water. So what I want you to do is say, I'm turning the tap and the water is coming out of the tap into the glass. As the water goes into the glass, it fills up. And I look at the water and the water's beautiful, and then I drink the water. So what you're doing is you're saying each moment, which helps you to focus on the moment. So as you drink the water, you notice how refreshing and life-giving that water is as it goes down. So water's a really simple one to do. Eating food is really simple as well. So when you sit down to eat, take a moment to look at the food, to look at the colours, and to really appreciate, particularly if we all eat with our eyes, don't we? And if you've got a lovely colourful plate in front of you, to really notice the colours of the food. And then as you eat the food, to really notice how it feels in your mouth and how it tastes, and to chew your food and to swallow your food and to really focus on eating. So good for your digestion, this one, okay? So good. If you just focus on eating, doing one thing while you're eating, which is eating, and it slows it down, which is really good for your digestion. And also you can focus on the chewing as well, and the more you chew, the better that is for your digestion. Walking is a really easy one to do. It doesn't matter where you're going, walking. When you walk, I want you to focus on, I'm moving my legs as I walk, and I'm moving my arms, and I can feel my feet on the ground, and the ground is, whether it's grass or cement, and what that looks like. And then breathe in the fresh air, and then notice the sounds, so that you're focused in the moment as you're walking. Okay, driving is another really good one to do. So when you're in the car, focus your hands are touching the steering wheel, and you can see the road, and look at the road and notice the colour of the road, and notice the sky, and notice the cars behind you and the cars to the side. So you are if you can, say these things out loud because it really, really helps. But if not, just say it in your head. Now, if you find your mind wandering, it doesn't matter, just come back to my hands on the steering wheel, or my feet as I'm walking, or my food on my fork, or the water in my cup. Playing with children is a great way to do this one thing at a time. If you have children under 12, I don't know when they stop wanting to play with you, any child will want to sit and do something with you, whether that's play a game or build something or do some drawing or read a book, anything like that. So sit, be with them, watch them, be in the moment. Focus on that one thing. So what are they doing? Are they building some Lego? Are they drawing? So you're really focused on that. Children will pick up on that you're completely focused on that one thing, which is being with them and doing whatever they are doing, and you are focused and concentrated on that activity. Now, same thing, if your mind wanders or you start thinking about your phone or the dinner or how are you going to pay the bills next week, just come straight back to it. What are you doing? Are you building Lego? Are you drawing? Are you playing dressing up? So have you got Dolly's tea party? So keep focusing yourself back on that. Another thing you can do this when you're with your friends or when you're at work, partner even, is to truly listen. So do one thing at a time. So if someone is talking to you, that you stop and you listen, and that's all you do. You listen and you look at them and you notice how they look, you notice their eyes, you notice their posture, their skin tone, you can hear the sound of their voice. What are they saying? How do they feel? Really focus on them, okay? Now, it sounds really simple. It is really simple. I really, really want you to give this a go. It really works. So focus on one thing at a time, and I've given you examples of different things you can do throughout the day. What's great is when you're doing something, if you remember that and you think, oh, this is something I can just focus on this, and do it. Just do it for a minute. It doesn't have to be any longer, and just notice how that focuses you in the present moment and how that slows everything down and actually feels okay. In fact, it can feel quite nice sometimes. It can feel quite simple. There's evidence to suggest that because you're slowing things down, that you become more efficient, you get more things done, and you remember more. So it's really good for your memory. But that's that thing about anxiety and overwhelm, okay? So it's really a really useful technique for that. So ladies, if you do this already, let me know. If you don't, please have a go. Pick one thing. Swimming's also a good one because you can sort of, focus on the water and your breathing and the stroke and how your body feels. Why yoga is really good for this, because it's slow and you've got to be quite strong to focus on the postures. So you sort of really focused on where you're putting your feet, or what position you're in, and then you're breathing. So it really focuses you on the moment. So I want you to give it a go. Pick one thing, even if it's just for a minute, and then, pick a few other things and do this for a few days, and then let me know how you get on, okay? We're still in Feel Good February, so I'll still be posting about Feel Good February, and there will be a Facebook Live on Thursday night as normal. We are signing up for the 14-day mini coaching program now, so the link has gone out today, and Wednesday and Thursday it will go out. And yeah, so sign up. So if you're struggling or your early days, this is sort of a really, really good, practical, easy, supportive, affordable program that you can do. It's £14 for 30 days with access to a very small coaching group with me, so I can support you on your journey. So I highly recommend you do it, ladies, if you're struggling, okay? Any questions, just ask. I've got some questions here. Let me have a look. Some people to say hello to. Hi, Heather. Lovely to see you. Lisa, Delia, Liz. Hi, Delia. Hi, Sam, Kathy, Sue. Arlene says, notice how it feels to run your hands underwater. Absolutely. So it can be anything. It literally can, you know, sitting with a dog, stroking the dog. Animals and children are particularly good for this because they're very good at doing it, so it really enables you to do it. But yeah, running hands underwater is lovely, sort of noticing what that looks like, how it feels, the sounds. These exercises are very grounding, so I hope you found that useful, a different take on it again, and keep me posted. Thanks ladies, bye.